Killua takes out some Chimera Ants with a pair of Yo-Yos, and Gon comes face to face with a Chimera Ant King. In my review of Hunter x Hunter, Episode 113. Bombastic, brutal, beatdown, badass action, guys. This was an awesome episode of Hunter x Hunter, and it featured one of my favorite characters, Killua, getting to strut his stuff and be a complete badass. He shows that the power of friendship can be pretty freaking brutal and deadly, and that's because he took out these two guards with a pair of yo-yos in his bare fists. I'm not kidding. This scene was so intense and awesome, but it was made really cool because of the atmosphere that was set up for it, the fact that there was very little dialogue and it was being explained by a narrator, which I didn't really care for at first, but I'm starting to dig it now. It's making all the scenes seem all the more tense. But what I loved most about it is that during this whole scene, Killua just sort of goes on autopilot. He's just ready to kill these guys, but he doesn't know why. He doesn't know why he's deviating from the plan. This was made all the more evident by the fact that before the mission, Killua was being hardcore about the fact that they need to stay the course when they go on this mission, don't deviate at all, but he's suddenly going out of his way to save his brand new octopus buddy, Ikalgo. But he does so in a really messed up but badass way. So Killua casually pulls out these two yo-yos and sends them flying through these guys' heads, which immediately liquefy upon impact, and he adds insult to injury by cutting off their arms and ending it in a badass pose. Definitely one of the best parts of the episode. In the beginning of the episode, though, there's a lot of cool action. You get to see more of Youpi sort of going insane and slowly transforming into the weird Resident Evil 2-esque monster that he is. His whole face is constantly changing with like eyeballs appearing out of nowhere, and his skin is bubbling, and his arms are flailing like whips and destroying everything in sight. He's a pretty disturbing but awesome monster, and he can really just have like these weird limbs appear from anywhere on his body because Morel tries to attack him, but then this weird arm just appears from out of his side to block it. But this gives a good opportunity for Knuckle to help out in the battle, but it's shoot here. He really sells this scene because his leg is hurt. He can't really move, so he decides he's actually going to ride on one of his weird floating hands, and he sends a barrage of his punches towards Youpi, which really don't seem to do that much. But he's really confident in his skills at this point, and it looks like he's actually gotten a little bit of a power boost. And I do like the scene where he sort of ties his scarf over his eye, and the narrator even mentions even he really doesn't know why he's doing this. There's also a setup with the battle between Morel and Poof, and I'm not really sure what to think of Poof. You know, you can analyze him as much as you want and try to break his character down, but at the end of the day, I just think he wants to ride the Chimera Ant King's dick. The episode ends with Gon after being separated by Killua running into the Chimera Ant King, who's being followed by the chairman and Zeno as they're walking across a bridge. And that's where it ends. Gon just gives them a really fierce look as he's either getting pumped up for the battle or questioning what's going on. All I know is this was an awesome episode that had a lot of really good things going for it. It was similar to last week's episode in that a lot of things happened in a very small amount of time, but what they did with it was really cool. Like the scene with Killua, I love how when he went into autopilot mode, how the art style just sort of drastically changed, how his eyes went completely white, and how the designs went to these really thick, heavy black lines, and it just sort of gave a sense of power to Killua as he took these guys out, which was just brutal and awesome. And this isn't like the first time we've seen Killua like behead people, but damn, does he do it with style. So all in all, another awesome episode of Hunter x Hunter. I have no complaints with it. What I love most about it is that it's showcasing all of the characters at once, and they're not just focusing on the main characters like all the time. You really do care about the side characters, and that's what makes all of this seem so important when they're fighting against these just drastically disgusting and creepy and powerful monsters. And also the animation was good, the art was good, the music cues were good, and of course Killua taking out guys with yo-yos just highlighted the episode. So if you're following the series, you must check this one out. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 just because I like it so much. But still, check it out. It's a lot of fun. If you guys had a chance to check out this week's episode of Hunter x Hunter, you can let me know what you thought about it with your comments below. And remember guys, before you leave, make sure and hit that like button so you can give this video a thumbs up. Definitely one of the best ways to support our videos, and to subscribe to our channel if you have not already. So, I'll see you next time guys. Super Kami Guru 9000. Out.